Now we're at the rental place and needs to rent out another ditch witch. I like these machines, man. I'd rather charge a customer a little bit extra and rent out a machine than do it all by hand. I'm sick of doing it by hand. Just rent out a damn machine. So, I'm sorry, Utica rental. That's where we're at. This place is sweet. Everything you can possibly need. Whoa, bro! I just came up in the rental place vlogging, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Put that camera down. And I tried to tell them what I was doing, and they didn't want to hear it. They're like, I'm like, "All right, now, all right, all right, all right." Oh snaps! Ah, the Echo PAS 280 power head with the garden bed edger attachment. Thing is sweet. I actually, aside from doing lawn care and landscaping, have been doing garden maintenance for years, like garden maintenance, horticulture, pulling weeds, weeding out, edging garden beds. And a lot of gardeners, they don't use stuff like this. They edge out garden beds by hand with an edging shovel. And you can get a really finite, beautiful edge, but you're gonna work your butt off doing it. And a lot of guys kept telling me, dude, you gotta get the Echo bed edger attachment. And I'm like, oh, I don't wanna spend 320 bucks on a thing, or I think it was 300 bucks, but I used this the first time, finally bought it and got it, and we're edging out all garden beds with this from now on. This thing is a beast. There is even some roots in the garden beds, and it'll go right through them. So let's start it up, and I'll show you how fast this thing works. Lawn care company. Look at how deep this edge is here. That's a good 3-inch depth edge. There is an actual machine that edges out garden beds. It's this big heavy jalopy machine with these huge things, and I've used it. It's really heavy and hard to use, and it works really good. But that for a handheld power tool is really impressive. I mean, that would have taken me literally 20 times the amount of time to do that by hand, and then you get bruises on your toes, even if you got steel-toed boots. So pretty cool. We're gonna blow this out and rake it back. I'm going to go over it one more time because I like nice deep edges when we do mulch. And we've got 15 yards of mulch showing up here, so we're prepping out and weeding all these garden beds. Rented a ditch witch machine. This thing is saving a lot of time. It's going to pay itself off within the matter of a couple jobs. So cool. So next I'm going to buy the articulating hedge shears, Echo power head, and I do have the steel ones already, and that thing's super heavy. It's good when we're trimming thick bushes and trees and stuff, but I want to give it a shot with this updated PAS 280 power head and see how strong that thing is, because it's lighter weight. The Echo is definitely lighter weight, and my shoulder's been killing me, man. So phone's ringing. I gotta take this as a customer calling down. It's the wife calling. Hello, I love you. Oh, Eric Reno just stopped to say what's up.
What up? How's it going, man?
So you finally started your roofing channel.
I did. I just posted another video today. I took like a week off because I was just so busy, but I got so much content.
All about roofing. What's the name of your YouTube channel, Eric?
I haven't created a name yet.
Yeah?
No, I don't know. I don't know what my name is yet. So
yeah, he had an idea for one name, but it was like maybe not.
Yeah,
but maybe so.
Maybe so. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to come up with something good.
Dude, show me this truck. Might as well, since we're on the video.
Sweet. So this is a 6.7 diesel 2017 F250 Super Duty. As bad as a motherfucker.
This thing is
nothing
doubt.
This thing doesn't have.
Here, I'll loop around it so you can see. Yeah, this thing's a beast.
This thing's insane. The shit it does is crazy.
Oh, it's nice.
Whole roof's glass.
Wow, dude. Good for you, man.
Yeah, she's is.
You just press a button and it starts?
Yeah, press the button, it starts. It does so much, like, it's got, it's got posi, all that, everything's integrated for towing, navigation, all this stuff it's sweet. So,
yeah.
The crazy thing is I was looking at used trucks, and I found one that I kind of wanted, but I had to make some alterations to it, and I showed my wife. And my wife's like, Eric, why don't you just go buy a new truck? She's like, I can't believe that you just drive around in that black piece of shit all day, and you don't have a new truck. You deserve a new truck. And I was like, oh, maybe I do, damn it. And then I went and looked at it, and that's how I had to have it. So that's how it goes.
Yes. I like that glass roof.
Yeah.
Good for you. Okay, I'll put some links to the videos in the description. All right, we're at Rocks and Roots Landscape Supply in Washington Township. This is one of the biggest landscape suppliers in Michigan that I'm aware of, and they literally have everything. We need some Roundup weed killer spray and some preen weed control granule. I think I'm gonna try like a commercial grade weed control granule because that preen stuff isn't very strong. So where's the weed control spray? Where is it? Here it is. Oh, there it is. We found it. Hello, hello. I'm Keith with Kelfis Landscaping and Tree Trimming in Sterling Heights. I'm gonna make this video quick because my camera's about to die, but this is a video quote. And in this video quote, I'll be walking your property with you and showing you exactly what you can expect if we were to do the job for you, which is maintaining your property. So let's take a walk. Okay, starting here with the front yard. I'll be describing and then giving prices in the end, and then I'll also send you an email quote with all this verbatim. Okay, see the trees here, right here, we can trim, elevate, thin, prune, and sculpt the trees. I talked to your husband specifically about, do you want us to sculpt the whole top and all that? It's a little bit more expensive if we get ladders and we make the trees very aesthetically beautiful, or we can just trim them up from the bottom and a little bit on the sides and make it look good. The difference in price would be like $250 per tree versus just $50 per tree. So looking over here, all the shrubs here, all the yew shrubs, and trimming all this up and making it nice, neat, and clean, and trimming a lot off as much as you can without hurting or damaging the shrubs, so it's a nice even line on the sidewalk. See how it's growing here? We'll go as tight as possible and pull all this debris off, and very nice and tight on the porch. Just clean up generally the whole front. Would be $250 for all the trimming plus the trees. It's $300 to trim the whole front of the property. So there you go. Moving along into the backyard, we have, it's a nice clematis here. That's sweet. Moving along into the backyard, I see we have all this growth along the fence. Obviously, your husband was speaking specifically asking about moving everything out in between the large arborvitaes. I said that's fine. What if we just we discussed keeping this burning bush here and just cutting it literally in half and all the way back for a nice corner piece and letting it kind of grow back in, because it really creates an eyesore in the corners, especially how your neighbor kind of has like a bunch of stuff and rocks back there, and let me know on that. But the barberry shrubs and everything else in between, just gutting and cleaning and cutting it all down all the way from here to the fence and then pulling it off the property and cleaning it up. All this gone, gone, gone. Once it's all gone, and we've gone and we've topped and trimmed all these arborvitaes down by no more than 30%, and I know your neighbor in the other yard is very meticulous. We'd go and we trim that down to the power lines, the pieces back there. You'd have to see it. It's hard to, the video doesn't do justice. Then also this corner here, either pulling all these weeds and gutting this all out and laying down weed barrier fabric, or putting down herbicide, weed control, and stump grinding any stumps that we cut from large bushes. So all the stumps are gone and taken care of, and you won't have, hopefully won't have any sucker growth coming up from the adjacent roots, because the main core of the stump is gone. And putting down preen weed control granule or some type of weed control, and then just mulching all this. So once the whole bed is done, then coming in and carving out a nice garden bed that's nice and deep and clean, that loops around and curves around this juniper shrub. A nice deep garden bed that creates a nice clean separated delineation between the grass and the garden bed all the way to here. And then he said that water comes in this spot So we could take a lot of the edging and put it in here to raise this grade. When we edge out the garden beds, we're gonna have a couple wheelbarrows full of sod and topsoil. We'll spread it out here and tamp it down to elevate this grade. But he also mentioned, hey, let's build a garden bed that's about 3 to 4 feet wide from here all the way to the fence, with a nice deep natural edge. Put down weed barrier fabric and pins, and then mulch it with a nice thick layer of mulch. So now you've got a garden bed that wraps all the way around and mulched. I broke up, oh yeah, also trimming the trees. This maple tree here and that locust tree had already been trimmed. They look very nice and high, but now you have all these little suckers growing, which is normal. Trimming trees can be, I don't know, $200 to $500 per tree if I have to put on my gear and saddle up and, you know, climb up the tree and trim it. But just the sucker growth needs to be trimmed because it's already been trimmed. So we talked about separating the project up into different phases. Phase 1 would be gutting all this out and cleaning it out and topping the shrubs, and just that. Phase 2 would be actually carving out all the garden beds and then putting down all the mulch, right? Oh yeah, and also cutting out like Home Depot or 5-gallon size bucket holes for you. A couple here, a couple here, a couple here, a couple here, so you can plant new shrubs, whatever you like. So we would leave nice, clean cut holes for you to plant your new shrubs. So we got about $1,200 to cut all this out and clean it all up and take it off the property. We got about $250 to carve out this nice garden bed edge. We've got another $500 to $600 to create that whole garden bed because it's very labor intensive, it takes a while. And then mulch is $100 per yard of shredded hardwood mulch installed. You got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards of mulch that we put down, and I want it nice and thick to keep the weeds down. Mulch is usually $100 a yard installed, but if we would drop it down to $85 per yard if we include it within the project. So this, all including with that in the front, got 12 plus, sorry, 6. I'm literally climbing up a mountain in the Colorado Rockies right now with a group of badass alpha male entrepreneurs from the CSA. Son, we got Steve Shinholzer in the house, the Shin Fu Method, Tom Reber.
This is awesome, man. This
is
like the greatest.
This is amazing. This is a dream come true.
Yes, it is. Be there, man. This is cool.
This has been a life-changing weekend. I'm standing on a rock face right now, or whatever it's called, at 7,000 feet. And this is unbelievable. I'm probably, I don't know, 500 feet up from a drop. I need one of those winged bat suits.
You see me clearly? When you're looking into the camera lens as though you're looking into the eyes of your customer, they feel like you're actually paying attention and listening to them. There's something called the squinch. It's in acting. I study acting skills, speaking, vocal stuff, because it makes you more powerful on video. There's muscles right underneath your eyes. And if you squinch them, without squinting, try to flex the muscles underneath your eyes, just very gently so that your bottom eyelids raise up. Do it right now. So when you do that and you're communicating with somebody, they feel like you're actually looking into their eyes and listening to them, versus like just talking like this, right? So if you're creating a video like I'm talking about and you're looking into a camera, there's mostly a disconnect because you're not communicating with a human being, you're communicating with a camera or a piece of technology. It's very weird. There's a disconnect for you as well. Well, if you can find a way to bridge that gap.
So this is what I get to do at night, is sit here and take product shots with these goofballs. Look at their clothing brand. Hey, can you say Piada Italian street food? Can you say it backwards? Okay, so Piada Italian street food would be doof tirs nadaliti. Wait. Nailati adayib. Say what up, now.
I would be embarrassed of the shirt that you're wearing.
Why?
Because it's
you mentioned
so...
it like 20 times.
No, I know, because it literally, you had that shirt when I first met you.
So?
And it's like old school.
Alright, I'll throw it in the garbage. Let's go to the mall and buy me a brand new shirt.
You have brand new shirts that you don't wear, but then he'll pull something like this out. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Doing some landscaping. Small little install here. This was all nasty rock bed with no grass growing. So we cleared out all the rocks. Put down a yard of compost, mixed it with topsoil. Grade it all out. And then we got this mason line because we carved out a nice new fed edge. We're repeatedly beating the edge into place and carving it out so it doesn't collapse. And we're gonna install all these beautiful plants and put a nice top dressing of mulch.